Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India. Quick news, your weekly updates of all the big launches, all the hot scoops and all the news in the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do remember to hit the bell icon and the subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Let's start off with the launches this week, and there are a lot to go through. First up, it's the brand new Skoda Octavia. Skoda has launched new Octavia in India with prices for the entry-level style at 25,99,000 rupees and the fully loaded Laura and Clermont priced at 28,99,000 rupees. The new generation Octavia is a lot sleeker than the model it replaces and gets the Skoda family look with the aggressive slimmed-down headlamps and the large grille. Inside, the car gets a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system and a 10.25-inch digital cluster with a beige and black two-tone leather and suede, making it feel and look very premium. It also gets connected car tech and a digital assistant called Laura. Powering the all-new Octavia is a 2-litre 4-cylinder TSI turbocharged petrol engine, which makes 190 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. The engine comes paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox and shift-by-wire gear selector. Unlike its predecessor, which was also offered with a diesel, the new Skoda Octavia will not be getting one. Jaguar has launched the updated F-Pace in India. Let's take a look at what's new with the car and, of course, what the new prices are. The Jaguar F-Pace facelift has been launched in India with prices for the luxury SUV pegged at 69,99,000 rupees. The F-Pace facelift is offered with a single fully loaded R-Dynamic S trim level both on the petrol and the diesel. On the outside, the F-Pace gets sleeker LED headlamps, restyled bumpers and a larger grille. On the inside, though, the facelift has been thoroughly redesigned. The dashboard layout is now brand new with horizontal slats spanning the whole width of the cabin and connecting the side and central AC vents. The F-Pace also comes packed with features like the 11.4-inch PV Pro curved glass touchscreen infotainment system with connected car tech and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. Both the petrol and diesel are 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged units, and while the petrol makes 252 horsepower and 365 Nm of torque, the diesel makes a 204 horsepower and 430 Nm of torque. Jaguar offers an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive as standard across the range. Now this week there have been not one, not two, but 5 new cars with a multi-crore price tag. First up, it's the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 4MATIC is priced at 2 crore 43 lakh rupees ex-showroom India. All 50 plus cars allocated for India in 2021 have been sold out, and next allocations for GLS 600 will only be in early 2022. The GLS 600 features a massive 28-slat chrome grille combined with a host of high-quality chrome across the car. 22-inch wheels come as standard with the optional 23-inch wheels available too. It is also incidentally the first SUV in the Mercedes range with the upright bonnet style. The GLS 600 will get 3 leather interior color options and 4 different wood trim levels. Rear seats can recline up to 43.5 degrees, with the rear passengers getting 93 mm more or leg space as compared to the standard car. Options include a rear fold-away table, rear infotainment system and a refrigerator and champagne flutes. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 4MATIC gets a 4-litre V8 making 557 horsepower and 730 Nm of torque. And even with the size that it is, 0 to 100 takes just 4.9 seconds on the way to a top speed of 250 km per hour. From that ultra-luxury SUV to a whole bunch of supercars. First up, it's the new Lamborghini Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive Spyder, and yes, I know that's a very long name, but the car is now launched in India. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive Spyder has been launched in India at a starting price of 3 crore 54 lakh rupees, making it about 32 lakh rupees more expensive than the rear-wheel drive coupe and about 56 lakh rupees less expensive than the all-wheel drive Spyder. This is the 4th iteration of the V10 supercar to be currently offered in India. Compared to the standard all-wheel drive Spyder, the rear-wheel drive gets design tweaks like the new front bumper and splitter, a bespoke rear diffuser and a rear bumper. Spyder is also 120 kilos heavier than the corresponding coupe. The roof can be opened or closed in just 17 seconds up to 50 km per hour. Under the hood, the 5.2-litre engine makes 610 horsepower and 560 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 is rated in just 3.5 seconds, 0 to 200 comes up in 9.6, all the way to a top speed of 324. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we brought you some exclusive news on the McLaren lineup for India, and now we've got some of the prices. Prices for the McLaren GT and the 720S Coupe and Spyder have been officially announced for India. The McLaren GT is the entry point to the McLaren lineup in India and is priced at 3,72 lakh rupees. McLaren will also offer a pre-configured add-on pack that includes parking sensors, a rear camera, a vehicle lift and more for 29,77,000 rupees. The GT is the most comfortable offering in the McLaren range as compared to the more track-oriented supercars on offer. It gets a mid-mounted 4-litre engine that makes 620 horsepower and 630 Nm of torque, getting it from 0 to 100 in just 3.2 seconds and onto a top speed of 326 km per hour. The 720S is one of McLaren's most popular cars globally and gets a price tag of 4,65 lakh rupees for the coupe and 5,04 lakh rupees for the Spyder in India. Just like on the GT, McLaren will offer a pre-configured pack that equips the vehicle with front suspension lift, a premium 12-speaker Bowers and Wilkins audio system, and more. The pack will be offered at 43,31,000 rupees. The 4-litre twin-turbocharged engine makes 720 horsepower and 770 Nm of torque in both the coupe and the Spyder. Both cars get from 0 to 100 in just 2.9 seconds onto a top speed of 341 km per hour. The Spyder's convertible roof takes just 11 seconds to open or close and can be operated to speeds up to 50 km per hour. Now, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 that we looked a little earlier isn't the only car that Mercedes-Benz India will launch in India this month. There's one more car coming, and that's hugely important for the luxury automaker. It is the brand new S-Class. The new S-Class will be launched by the end of the month too and will be first offered in a special launch edition variant. The S-Class launch edition will feature Mercedes' new digital light LED headlamps, pop-out door handles and rear wheel steering. The launch editions will also feature the AMG line trim, which will give the cars a more aggressive and sportier design element as compared to the standard cars that will follow later. On the inside, the S-Class will get a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster sitting behind the steering wheel and Mercedes' 12.8-inch portrait-oriented touchscreen taking up a significant portion of the center console. The S400D has an inline 6-cylinder diesel engine and makes 326 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque. The S450 Petrol too features an inline 6 turbocharged 6-cylinder unit making 362 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. All-wheel drive and a 9-speed automatic gearbox will be standard on both variants. The Hyundai Alcazar will be launched in India on June 18th and bookings for the car have opened up at 25,000 rupees, and now we know what the interior will look like via a couple of pictures. Here's a closer look. The Hyundai Alcazar will be available with both a 6-seat configuration with captain seats in the second row as well as a 7-seat layout with bench seat styling in the second row. The third row of seats gets a reclining function and can also be folded down completely flat to provide better boot space. The cabin is finished in a black and cognac brown dual-tone color scheme that can be seen on the seats, door cards and the dashboard. Hyundai has also provided some neat fold-out tables with a cup holder behind the front seats. On the equipment front, the Alcazar will come well kitted with the top-spec trims getting two 10.25-inch displays, one for the digital instrument cluster and the other for the touchscreen infotainment system. Also on offer will be Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, Hyundai's connected car tech, a 360-degree camera, a premium 8-speaker Bose sound system, and a lot more. The Toyota Land Cruiser has a brand new avatar. It's the new 300 series. Here's what it looks like. The LC300 is the first all-new Land Cruiser in almost 14 years, making it one of the longest gaps between two generations for this SUV. Even though it stays true to the design language, upright and in your face as almost all Land Cruisers have been, this new one certainly will have the most road presence yet. It has a huge grille up front, large LED headlamps and a nice chunky bumper. The new Gen SUV also gets a completely overhauled interior, starting with a standard 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system or a larger 12.3-inch setup. The Land Cruiser will also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless smartphone charging, a 360-degree camera and heads-up display. It also stays true to its ladder frame construction and is based on a new GAF platform that is based on the TNGA platform. Engine options include a 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6 that makes 409 horsepower and 650 Nm of torque. The diesel, on the other hand, is a 3.3-litre unit that makes 305 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque. While markets like the US will not be getting the new Land Cruiser, we could expect it to return to India in the near future. Now, Classic Legends, the company that brought Java back from the dead, also has the rights to the name BSA. And BSA, of course, is another very legendary classic motorcycle manufacturer. We know it's coming back, but now we have some exclusive details on what the powertrain on the new BSA bike will be like. BSA's new bikes will be assembled in the UK and will feature retro styling based on one of the bikes from its illustrious past, like maybe the A75 Rocket 3, for example. The bike will feature a single-cylinder 650cc engine that will make about 50 horsepower and 50 Newton meters of torque mated to a 5-speed gearbox. It will take on the likes of the Kawasaki W800 and the Triumph Street Twin. Ducati has launched not one but two bikes in India this week. It's the new 2021 Panigale V4 and the BS6 Ducati Diavel. The Panigale V4 in India will start at 23,50,000 rupees for the standard bike and 28,40,000 rupees for the S. This makes the standard variant about 80,000 rupees more expensive than before, while the S variant is dearer by 1,90,000 rupees. The 1103cc 90-degree V4 engine makes 214 horsepower and 124 Newton meters of torque. The new Panigale also gets winglets across the range. The BS6 Diavel 1260 is available in two variants, the standard and the S. Prices start at 18,49,000 rupees for the standard variant, while the S variant is priced at 21,49,000 rupees. The Ducati Diavel's 1262cc BS6 compliant L-twin engine makes 162 horsepower, which incidentally is a 3 horsepower increment over its predecessor. Peak torque is at 129 Newton meters. And now for our eye candy of the week, here is the new Bugatti Chiron Supersport. The Supersport is longer than the standard car by nearly 250 mm due to the extended rear that adds to the aerodynamics of the car on a very high-speed run. The engine, a quad-turbo 8-litre W16, makes 1600 horsepower and a matching 1600 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 200 comes up in just 5.8 with a top speed of 440 km per hour. At a starting price of about £2.75 million or approximately 28.5 crore rupees, the Supersport is expensive but should find buyers, especially those who missed out on the limited edition 300 plus record-breaking Chiron a little while ago. And that's all the time we have for you this week. As always, remember, leave your opinions in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.